I'm Tom Houston, I work in the audit department and this is my Sedulo story. Yeah, so my placement year, essentially how it started was in probably February, March 2020. I was obviously heading into the end of my second year at university. Yeah, I was kind of looking around for some placement opportunities, didn't really find any that kind of appealed to me. And then probably one of the last ones I looked at and kind of stumbled across was Sedulo. So I found it through my university hub. Quite like the look, obviously, did a bit of research and stuff, thought I might as well try for it. Didn't really have any expectations, just thought I'd go for it. Obviously I did a little bit of research and saw like what the offices looked like and what services they provided, and you know, it was strictly an audit and accounts sort of internship. But they were advertising there's the opportunity to have some, you know, experience in other teams, and I worked for a couple of weeks in the R&D department as well, kind of get a bit of the flavour of that. In terms of what Sedulo do and how they get involved in the community, and you know, kind of how they give back, and obviously there's the 3 pillars, and then obviously kind of got all the things like the Christmas do and stuff like that, and it seems quite a young place to work, social place to work, and just looked like the perfect place for me to start my career, really. One of the main things was, you know, obviously the people that I worked with. I really enjoyed my time here. On placement year, it was a little bit difficult with it being COVID, but yeah, I got on with everyone really well and loved the environment basically. I think another big thing was, with me doing accounting and finance degree at university, it was always my plan, you know, towards the end of that placement year and looking kind of down the line to getting my exams done in final year of uni, was to come back and do my ACCA qualification. And I spoke to quite a few people when I was on placement about how, you know, the support system works, and you know, how they kind of help fund the, you know, exam fees and tuition bits, and the study leave that you get, and the general kind of training that you get here. I think that was one of the main takeaways that I took basically before accepting the role, about, you know, that's such an important thing to have, and Sedulo are great at that in terms of supporting you through your exams and essentially just providing you with a platform to go and do your exams and get passed as quick as possible. Sedulo's provided me the chance to move out from home since I've joined, so that was about a year after joining. It's about 13, 14 months ago now. So I moved back into a flat with my girlfriend in Manchester. Obviously we're now earning money, trying to save for a house obviously as well. You know, I quite like the fact that because it's a centralised office location, that was one of the main reasons for moving out. Yeah, it's kind of given me the opportunity to move back to Manchester, where I was living at uni, which I really enjoyed. Moving back and, you know, got an easier commute and just kind of living in the city really, which I wanted to do again after uni. I didn't want to just go and live with my parents and then move out and buy a house sort of thing. I wanted to, while I'm still young, I wanted that experience again. You know, I get on with everyone at Sedulo, but I think in terms of the team that you actually work in, that is such an important part of it. In terms of the audit team, I think we do work well, quite well as a team, especially in Manchester as well. With the 7 of us, I feel like we're quite close together, and we work really well together as a team. And then not only that as well, all the socials that go on. And in terms of my specific role, I'd probably say going out to the clients and just kind of learning about different companies and how they work, and you know, building client relationships. It's really actually interesting, and I think it's a part of auditing that people kind of don't realise when they don't work there or when they're applying to it. You know, they look about the specifics of the job role, but forget about all the, you know, the other bits to it, kind of like developing client relationships and also just developing work relationships, but personal relationships as well. You know, I've made some great friends at Sedulo, inside and outside of my team, so probably the people as well, and then obviously the Christmas do, can't really complain with that. That's a really good chance to meet up with other people in the offices and might not have seen for a few months, like I said before. Great benefits here as well, and just the general work environment is just a really relaxed and comfortable environment to be in, to enjoy yourself. Yeah, I think in terms of the Sedulo and how they give back to the community and the events that they put on and stuff, they've obviously got the Colour Ball, which is obviously a fantastic cause and it always raises a lot of money. Obviously helping out around the office with, you know, the back to school appeal, the wrapping presents for the toy appeal, which are 2 fantastic initiatives again that Sedulo do. It's not like, probably say, the norm for a company to be involved that much, especially of this size, to be involved in the community that much. So I think it's really kind of important when you're working here to kind of take it by the scruff of the neck and enjoy those sort of things. And it's a nice mix as well, and it's a bit different from your usual kind of day-to-day activities really. Well, it's a very collaborative sort of company. You're always trying to be holistic and work with different teams. There's just nice people here. You know, recently I was speaking to my football team, and we have a sponsorship scheme kind of in place where we can get your workplace to pay a certain amount for your registration fee. They'll pay the club, and then the club will then kind of post like your work's logo. So say if you score a goal, man of the match, or just generally when you first get your sponsorship, they'll post it on the social media, and obviously in my case they tag Sedulo, and so approached work about that, and they were really happy to do that. They'd kind of bat an eyelid. They were really happy to get involved in that and kind of get that sponsorship out there, and I think that's kind of goes to show the kind of culture here. You know, they're happy to get involved not only with you in your work but in your personal life as well.
So what's next for you, Tom?
So I think now that I've been promoted to audit assistant manager, main things really in terms of my role, reviewing people's work a little bit more, helping with the audit manager and RI in terms of reviewing juniors' work, and then also leading client meetings a little bit more face-to-face kind of activity with them really. And then outside the role, SAS is probably a big thing for me. That'll be one thing that I want to try and apply for and get onto the development course next year that Sedulo provide. Obviously getting promoted to audit manager, obviously I've just had this promotion, then looking forward to the next one already over the next year hopefully. And then just on a personal note, looking to get a house with my girlfriend over the next couple of years, so hopefully that promotion and everything else will kind of help me towards that.